Antetokounmpo.
Hey man, you read that title or that thumbnail, and obviously you clicked the video because you're listening to me speak right now. With that being said, we making one of, it's not arguably the greatest Bucks ever. The Greek freak, Mr. Run and Dunk man, if you will. Giannis. I'm not even gonna try to attempt to say his last name, but we making Giannis, man. The beast from the east, the beast from Greece. You know what I'm saying? Athens. So obviously, and it doesn't matter because you can change it in the vitals. But obviously, we're going jersey number 34. You can go center, but he really plays the four. Um, I'm pretty sure he's been everything from 6'9" to arguably 7 foot now. But I'm gonna go at 6'11" just so I can get as tall as possible, along with not only being as fast as I can, but I also want, I want that speed with ball at a 68. Okay, I'll be gonna go 213, but I can explain, right? So I'm pretty sure it's like a 7'5" wingspan, but I'm gonna go 7'4" for that strength. Speaking of the strength, I know Giannis is definitely one of the strongest players in the league, but in order to be as fast off the ball and obviously on the ball as possible with the build, and still being at the tall height that he is, um, I had to sacrifice the strength for the speed. Okay. And the reason I'm okay with doing that is because, things like +1s and +2s do exist, you know? And the only thing you kind of really get, like besides the post badges, which like I said, +1s and +2s are gonna, I'm saying, make it seem like you just, I'm saying, like you have a 90 strength, is because you kind of only really a brick wall from strength, well, besides the post badges, which, like I said, I'm gonna keep stressing because, yeah, looks crazy, but +1s and +2s is gonna fix that problem for you, which you should have by now. Um, and then also, who's teaching the class, me or you? Exactly. So sit back and let me teach my lesson. Obviously, we're gonna go with that buff body type. And Giannis is he's more cut than anything. I'm not gonna lie, he's more cut than like bulky. So I feel like we could pass with this. We could pass with this for sure. I'm gonna go 7'4" wingspan because, like I said, I'm just strength. So 6'11", 213, 7'4" wingspan. Yeah. Obviously, part of the appeal of Giannis as a player, he's like a more athletic Shaq low key, or more agile Shaq kind of. So obviously, we're gonna max that speed, agility, and strength out. Yeah, okay. Like I said, we're gonna max the speed, agility, and the strength out. And then obviously, we're gonna go with 80 vertical. Obviously, um, it's because I want to be able to get the good rebound animation. Speaking of the rebound, we're going to go with a. I could have sworn I got a 90. Well, that's actually a 91. But yeah, I'm gonna go to 91. You can go at 91. I'm gonna go at 91 with a 70 offensive rebound, and then you're gonna go with just enough perimeter so you can get that challenger, which is, yeah, a 71. Because being 6'11" with any type of challenger, you're gonna get a contest because how tall you are. The block also plays a part. So obviously, gonna go to 78 block just so you can get that little boost on fast breaks, like Giannis is able to get. Um, yeah, like Giannis is able to get. Yeah, combining that silver half-line denier with that speed, you're going to be able to get a lot of stops on fast breaks and whatnot. I feel like having that, obviously a 74 interior, just because your strength doesn't go to the 82, so you kind of don't have a reason to go past the 74 interior. For Browns locked down, Browns was locked down. Um, but honestly, a lot of bigs don't even really have strength. That's besides the point, though. You'll be alright with bronze lockdown. Bronze plus lockdown if you really play the game, you know. Right? But yeah, like I said, having that 79 speed and 72 agility allows you to move as fast as you can on the court, which will successfully copy those long strides that Giannis does take when he's on the court. Because he's long, he's lengthy. I'm gonna go to 68 speed with ball because I do a lightning launch, which is the reason for me going 6'11", 213. And then we did go to 71 bottomers because I wanted a house for days. I'm gonna be honest, I did want a house for days. Right? So now the shooting, since the max you get is an 84, and you don't really get anything for going what's it called, 85 or anything like that. And not to mention that it's Giannis, I did go with an 80. I definitely did go with an 80 mid-range. Because with just one cap breaker, you can cap break that three ball to a six. You can cap break that three ball to like a 70 something, like 73 or something, by putting that three ball at 65. Plus it's Giannis, so like a 65 three ball is actually accurate. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually accurate. And then now bring me to the finishing. You know what I'm saying, I did go ahead and go to 79 post control because I did want Hall of Fame gold post fade phenom, which is the reason for me going at least an 80 mid range. And like I said, this is the post power rounds and stuff, like the post badges I was talking about. Though I kind of do wish post power rounds was a little higher. Like I said, plus ones and plus twos. Like I said, I have to say it. It's like it's repetitive at this point. I'm like a broken record. Yeah, with that being said, we're going to 97 dunk. We're going to go with an 87 driving dunk. And you should be able to get to an 85 layup with this. Yeah, like I said. 85 driving layup. You should have one more left over that you can honestly put wherever. I'm pretty sure I put it into free throw or something. But yeah, you can honestly put it wherever, like whether that be block or rebound or vertical or anything like that. Yeah, this is how the build should look. That you have high enough. You have not even high enough. You have high. Like you can slash really well. You know what I mean? And I'm also gonna show you guys the cap breaker breakdown as well. So everything that doesn't make sense can make sense at like when I show you. But I feel like for what I want the build to be and to capture Giannis' place, I feel like I did the two very well. They integrated into each other seamlessly. And then even without cap breakers, it's a great build. Like I said, I always try to make my builds as non-reliant on cap breakers as possible. But I'm not gonna lie, this late, it's not even late here, but at this point into the game, you should have a decent amount of cap breakers, maybe like 5 or 4, maybe 6. You should have a decent amount, and I mean like before your build specialization, because I know a lot of people went ahead and chose the shooting specialization and they're done with it by now. But yeah, I mean even before your build specialization, cap breakers, you should have about 5 cap breakers. I'm gonna be honest. The average player should have about 5 cap breakers, even if you don't know life and stuff like that. But yeah, you gotta press continue to get like rim running glass cleaner or something. Or glass cleaner rim runner, yeah. And then clears defensive glass with authority, standing dunks come effortlessly, fearless at the rim, smooth finish off motion. And the weaknesses is no big weaknesses to report. I like to hear that. Shades of AD, Tim Duncan, and KG. Let's go ahead and advance. I'm gonna show you guys the cap breakers. And this is the cap breaker screen. Like I said, I'll see like with one cap breaker right here. I mean, I have 9, but even if they say like 4 or 5, right? So already the build can do what you need it to do without the cap breakers, obviously, right? But with one cap breaker, you already have that +1 to that 3 ball, which gives you a 70 something, right? And I actually went to 89. I actually did go with the 89 driving dunk. That's why I had a little extra. It makes sense now. I went with an 89, but it's no difference, right? I went with the 89 driving dunk. Right? For that 3 ball, +1 right here. So you got like 4 more, right? You can put them anywhere. You can put 1 to that steal, to that rebound if you want. Yeah, okay, so like this 1, 2, 3, 4, straight like that. The build is great without cap breakers. I mean, obviously, with cap breakers, it gets even better. And then before, I mean, you know, that's the build. Obviously, I have nothing else to say. You know, literally nothing else to say. But second, I'll look at your phone. But you know, I have nothing else to say. But that's the build, man. And I feel like it's really accurate to Giannis. The build speaks for itself and whatnot. But before I go ahead and end the video, every build I make is to be used as a template. You know, I can't stress that enough because it's the truth. Like every build I make is to be used as a template. So there might be some stuff you like about the build, some stuff you don't like about from the height to the weight to the wingspan. There's gonna be some stuff you like and some stuff you don't like. Um, so yeah, it's just to be used as a template. It's just the way I felt was most accurate in terms of, you know, capturing the NBA player that I'm trying to make. So yeah, that's enough of my yeah. Without further ado, um, and like I'm subscribed all that good stuff. Came back to feed the streets for the one time with the Giannis build. Um, I mean, nothing more to it. I'll see y'all in the next one. Whenever that is. Y'all have a go.